I want to ask you a serious question. When you wake up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom, do you turn on the light or do you shuffle in the dark, touching the wall for guidance? If you touch the wall, we have a problem. You might think you were just being cautious, but what you are actually doing is admitting defeat. You are admitting that you do not trust your own body to keep you upright. Balance. It is the invisible currency of your independence. When you have it, you don't even think about it. You walk, you climb stairs, you play with your grandkids. But when you lose it, it's gone fast. And let me tell you the brutal truth about falling after 60. A fall isn't just a bruise. It isn't just a broken wrist. For many, a fall is the beginning of the end. It starts with a hip fracture, then the hospital stay, then pneumonia from lying in bed, then the loss of muscle mass. Suddenly, you aren't living in your own home anymore. You are living in a facility, waiting for a nurse to help you stand up. I am not saying this to scare you. Well, actually, maybe I am, because fear is a great motivator if you channel it correctly. The medical world calls it the fear of falling cycle. You feel unsteady, so you move less. Because you move less, your muscles get weaker. Because your muscles are weaker, you become more unsteady, and the fear grows. It is a downward spiral, and gravity is pulling you down. But today, right now, we're going to break that cycle. I am going to share with you the single most important secret to senior balance. It is not a pill. It is not a walking stick. It is one specific exercise, one movement that rewires your brain and reconnects your feet to the floor. If you give me 10 minutes a day, I will give you back your confidence. I'm Robert. Let's reclaim your stability. Before I show you the exercise, we need to clear up a misunderstanding. A lot of my clients come to me and say, "Robert, my balance is gone. It's my inner ear. It's vertigo. It's just old age." Now, sometimes it is the inner ear. If the room is spinning when you lie down, go see a doctor. But for 90% of you watching this, it's not your ear, it's your ankles. Yes, your ankles. Think of your body like a skyscraper. Your feet are the foundation, your ankles are the shock absorbers. When a gust of wind hits a skyscraper, it sways. If the foundation is rigid and strong, the building corrects itself. But most seniors have frozen ankles. You wear stiff shoes, you sit in chairs, you walk on flat paved surfaces. Your ankles have forgotten how to wiggle. They have forgotten how to react. So when you trip on a rug, your ankle should instantly snap back to correct you. But it doesn't. It's asleep. So your body panics. It throws your hip out. You wave your arms. And because your reaction time is slower than it was at 20, down you go. The secret to balance is not just standing on one leg, it is perturbation. That's a fancy word for disturbance. We need to train your body to handle disturbance. We need to teach your ankles to be smart again. The exercise I'm about to show you does exactly that. It forces your ankle to make 100 tiny micro corrections every second. It wakes up the nerves, it strengthens the glutes, and it proves to your brain that you can stand on your own 2 feet. Now, listen to me closely. This is non-negotiable. We are going to challenge your balance. That means you will feel wobbly. That is the point. If you aren't wobbling, you aren't learning. However, there is a difference between training wobble and unsafe wobble. Rule number 1, never practice balance in the middle of the room. Not yet. Not until I say you are ready. I want you to do this exercise at your kitchen counter or stand behind a sturdy dining chair. You need a safety net. You don't hold the counter. You hover your hands over it. It is there if you need it. If you feel unsafe, grab it. There is no shame in safety. The shame is in hurting yourself because of ego. Are we clear? Good. Let's learn the clock reach. I call this the clock reach because I want you to visualize a clock face painted on the floor. You are standing right in the center of the clock. 12 o'clock is directly in front of you. 6 o'clock is directly behind you. 3 o'clock is to your right. 9 o'clock is to your left. This exercise seems simple, but do not underestimate it. It is deceptively hard if you do it right. Step 1. The setup. Stand tall, feet hip-width apart, hands hovering over your kitchen counter. Shift all your weight onto your left leg. Now, do not lock your left knee. This is crucial. If you lock your knee, you are hanging on your joints. I want a soft knee, a slight bend. This engages the muscles. You should feel your left thigh and your left glute turn on. This left leg is your anchor. It does not move. Step 2, the 12 o'clock tap. Now, with your right foot, the free foot, I want you to slowly reach forward and tap 12 o'clock. Here's the secret. Do not put weight on the tapping foot. Imagine the floor is made of thin glass. You just want to touch it with your big toe lightly and then bring the foot back to the center. All the work is happening in the standing leg. Reach to 12, tap, return to center. Did you feel your left ankle wobble? Good. That is your brain waking up. Step 3, the 3 o'clock tap. Now keep the weight on the left leg, reach the right foot out to the side, 3 o'clock. Tap lightly, return to center. Keep your chest up. Don't lean your body way over to the left to compensate. Try to stay upright. Make the hip do the work. Step 4, the 6 o'clock tap. This is the hardest one. Reach the right foot backward, 6 o'clock. Squeeze your glute, tap the toe, return to center. You have just completed 1 round on the left leg. I want you to do 5 rounds on the left leg, then switch and do 5 rounds on the right leg.
Why did I choose this exercise over just standing on one leg like a flamingo? Because life is dynamic. Life moves. When you walk, you are constantly shifting your center of gravity. The clock reach forces your standing leg to stabilize you while your other leg is moving in different directions. This mimics real life. Reaching for a cup in the cupboard, 12 o'clock. Stepping sideways to let someone pass, 3 o'clock. Stepping back to open a door, 6 o'clock. By doing this drill, you are training your body for every possible angle of a fall. You are building ankle strategy. When you wobble during this exercise, your ankle muscles, the tibialis, the peroneals, are firing like crazy to keep you upright. You are literally building a brace made of muscle around your ankle joint. Now, for some of you, simply tapping the floor is going to be a challenge. That is fine. Stay there. Do that every day for a month. But for those of you who want to bulletproof your balance, we need to make it harder. Here is how we progress. Level 2. The hover. Instead of tapping the floor at 12, 3, and 6, I want you to hover your foot over the number. Reach out, hold it for 1 second in the air, and bring it back without touching the ground. This increases the time under tension. Your standing leg will start to burn. That burn is strength entering your body. Level 3, the closed eye challenge. Only attempt this if you have mastered the previous levels and you are hovering your hands over the counter. Try doing the taps with your eyes closed. Remember what I said earlier? We rely too much on our eyes. When you close your eyes, you force your inner ear and your foot sensors to take over. It will be scary, you will wobble a lot, but if you can master 10 seconds of the clock reach with your eyes closed, you are in the top 1% of seniors regarding balance. You are virtually fall-proof.
The beauty of the clock reach is that you don't need gym clothes. You don't need equipment. You can do this while waiting for your coffee to brew. You can do this while brushing your teeth, carefully. You can do this while watching the evening news during the commercial breaks. I want you to make a contract with yourself right now. Every time I boil the kettle, I will do the clock. Connect the habit to something you already do. If you do this once a week, it won't work. Balance is a perishable skill. It's like a language. If you don't speak it every day, you forget it. But if you practice it daily, the results are rapid. I have seen clients in their 80s who relied on walkers start to leave the walker in the corner of the room. Not because they were reckless, but because they felt strong. Let's talk about the mind one last time. When you fear falling, you look down at your feet. When you look down, your head pulls you forward, and you are actually more likely to fall. Confidence changes your posture. When you master this exercise, you will start to trust your legs again. And when you trust your legs, you lift your head up. You look at the horizon, you see the world around you, not just the cracks in the pavement. That is what I want for you. I don't just want you to be safe. I want you to be engaged with the world. I want you to walk into a restaurant without scanning the floor for hazards. I want you to walk through a park and look at the birds, not your shoes. That freedom starts at your kitchen counter. It starts with the clock reach. It is never too late. I don't care if you are 60, 70, or 85. I don't care if you haven't exercised since the 1990s. Your nervous system is plastic. It can learn. It is waiting for you to challenge it. So, here's your homework. Tomorrow morning, kitchen counter, the clock reach. Start with 3 rounds. See how it feels. If your ankles are sore the next day, celebrate. That means they're waking up from their long slumber. If you found this helpful, if you learned something new about why we fall, do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel. I have a whole series on senior strength coming up, focused on getting you off the floor if you do fall. You don't want to miss that. And share this with a friend. We all have that one friend who is starting to shuffle, starting to slow down. Send them this video. You might just save them from a hip fracture. I'm Robert. Stay strong, stay balanced, and keep moving.